A young mother. A suspicious disappearance. And then, a body found wrapped and dumped in the forest. Tonight, we dive into the chilling case of Sheylla Cabrera, her last days, her home life, and the truth her loved ones refused to believe. Before we begin, if you're new here, hit subscribe and ring the bell for Noir Crime 88. We upload a new true crime story every second day, so don't miss out. On a hot August morning in Southern California, a gruesome discovery shook a quiet community. The body of 33-year-old Sheylla Cabrera was found in the Angeles National Forest. She had vanished just days earlier from her home in Lancaster, leaving behind 3 young boys and a trail of questions, fear, and unanswered screams. This is not just another story of a stranger danger, this is the story of domestic fear, escape attempted, and the ultimate betrayal from someone she may have trusted most. As investigators followed the breadcrumbs, what was revealed left a community reeling, and a husband in custody, thousands of miles away. Sheylla Cabrera, originally from Peru, immigrated to the United States in search of a better life, for her and her children. Described by friends as warm, devoted, and dreaming of a future, she carried the dual load of her new world and motherhood. She lived with her husband, Josimar Cabrera Cornejo, and their 3 boys in an apartment complex on Lancaster Boulevard, in Lancaster, California. On the surface, it appeared as a typical family, but beneath, the fault lines were growing. Friends and family later recounted Sheyella's fear. She had told her mother, Helga Rosillo, that she was being abused, physically and verbally, by Josimar, and that she planned to report him. Her mother recalled a video call days before her disappearance. Sheylla said she was going to leave him. "He hits me," she told her mother. "He even slapped my youngest boy." As fears mounted, little did she know that expressing a will to leave might trigger something far worse than she anticipated. The clock starts ticking on August 12, 2025, this is the date when the Lancaster station of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, LASD, logged a missing persons report for Sheylla. She didn't show up for work, she didn't meet friends, and she failed to answer calls. Her family's dread grew with each hour. Then came surveillance footage, an image too chilling to forget. On August 13, security cameras captured Josimar dragging a large wrapped object out of the apartment complex late at night. The object, heavy and awkward, was covered, but investigators quickly suspected what it hid. On August 16, members of the Montrose search and rescue team discovered remains over a steep embankment within Angeles National Forest. The body was wrapped in material similar to that seen in the video. While the exact cause of death would later be ruled by the medical examiner, early reports indicated multiple stab wounds. The victim was identified as Sheylla. The idyllic dreams of mother and family lay shattered on a cold forest bank. In the immediate aftermath, investigators recognized the urgency: 3 minor boys, missing mother, and a husband who could be key. It turned out Josimar had fled the U.S. with the children, traveling to Peru, his home country. He was detained in Peru, one of the first steps in his extradition process back to California. Law enforcement quickly shifted from a missing person inquiry to a homicide investigation. The video footage of Josimar hauling a heavy object triggered the Homicide Bureau. Investigators pieced together a timeline: Sheylla was allegedly killed in the apartment on August 10. By August 22, an extradition arrest warrant formally went on the books. Friends of Sheylla stepped forward. They spoke of the sadness in her voice, of bruises hidden from view, of threats whispered behind closed doors. One friend recalled that Sheylla announced to her that she was going to divorce Josimar. That decision, given the raw emotions at home, may have been the catalyst. Surveillance showing Josimar transporting the wrapped object out of the apartment. Search and rescue recovery of the body in the forest, matching the material in the surveillance video. Josimar's flight with the children, and eventual surrender in Peru. The mother's testimony about abuse and fear. Though many pieces remained subject to the prosecutor's case, the narrative was now clear: a woman desperately tried to leave, a husband allegedly turned violent. And a tragic end followed. On August 27, 2025, Josimar Cabrera turned himself in at Interpol headquarters in Lima, Peru, where he was held in preventive detention pending extradition. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office announced he faced 1 count of murder with a deadly weapon enhancement, knife, with a maximum possible sentence of 26 years to life in state prison if convicted. Meanwhile, the 3 boys were safely located in Peru and placed into protective custody. As legal proceedings move forward and extradition paperwork unfolds, the case stands as a grim reminder of how domestic violence can escalate to death, even when escape is sought. Friends of Sheylla gathered at Lancaster City Hall, holding signs demanding justice, bringing awareness to the hidden violence behind closed doors. Her mother grieves, but remains determined to fight for the grandchildren, for the memory of her daughter. 3 young boys lost their mother. Their father, though suspected of murder, currently holds their future in limbo. Whether they know the full truth or not, the scar of loss will likely follow them. Lancaster and Los Angeles County were jolted by the brutal reality that even a suburban apartment can hide deadly terror. The case sparked renewed calls for domestic violence awareness, victim support resources, and the importance of speaking out before it's too late. The extradition process can be slow and complex. Peru must cooperate, documents must transfer, legal hurdles clear. But the system is turning, a suspect is in custody, evidence is collected, and the world is watching. If convicted, the case will stand as a warning. The battered voice must be heard, the swelling fear must be named, and the result of violence is final. What happens when fear lives behind closed doors? What if the person who promised to protect becomes the one who destroys? In Sheyilla's story, we find both love and violence, hope and dread, escape and entrapment. Every day, many victims whisper that they'll leave, tomorrow. But tomorrow may never come. The message from this tragedy is urgent: seeing the signs, speaking the truth, offering help, those actions may save a life. And though we'll never know the full whispers in her last moments, we remember Sheylla, not just as a victim, but as someone who dreamed. Someone who tried. And someone who still deserves justice. If this story moved you, please hit that like button, subscribe to Noir Crime 88, and ring the notification bell. We bring you real stories of truth, courage and crime every second day. Don't miss what's next. Share this video to raise awareness about domestic violence and hidden peril behind closed doors. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and keep listening.